welcome to the tiebreaker battle of Week 4 of the FnF Oreburgh Gate Draft League preseason. This battle is going to be a tiebreaker. This is between Benji, the Star Conquerors, and Noel, my Coronet, which happens to be me, both vying for the 3rd seed in the bracket. So the winner would get the 3rd seed in the bracket of playoffs, and the loser would get the 4th seed in that bracket. Both these trainers having the same score of 3-1 and a differential of +6, I believe. So we're going to jump right in. The Z Pokemon in this battle are Cryogonal with Z Any and Oricorio with Z Attack. And then on Noel's side, Bulbasaur with Z Any. So it does appear that Benji has some good Pokemon to take on Togekiss, which is a major threat, and Oricorio Power is actually looking really good in this battle from the initial preview. And then on Noel's side, definitely some tricky Pokemon, a little bit more clerical and defensive in the Pokemon that Noel has brought. Togetic, Drowsy, and then Wynot can be a little tricky. Bulbasaur usually defensive, so we're going to jump in and see how this goes, and I'll just be commentating it. Of course, I already played this match, but I'll just be commentating this battle. Alright, and the Pokemon that start are Quilava and the Aipom. Aipom goes for the Fake Out, causing Quilava to lose 18% of its health. And then Aipom's going to go for a Tail Slap that's going to hit 5 times thanks to Skill Link, doing about 12% each time, bringing Quilava down to 20%. And Eruption's only going to do about 28% due to Quilava's low HP, and Rhyhorn Diablos switches in to take that knockoff, which does 13% and removes Eviolite from Rhyhorn. Aipom's going to U-turn out of there into Hakamo'o, the Marshall, the Hakamo'o, taking a Body Slam and getting paralyzed by that Body Slam. That is definitely going to hurt Hakamo'o. Lagiacruz comes in and Marshall's going to go for a Drain Punch. Drain Punch restores it to 90%, and in comes Marvin, the Wynot, taking that Ice Beam from Lagiacruz, and Marvin takes a Scald. It's going to do a Mirror Coat in retaliation, and that's going to take down Lagiacruz. Velkhana, the Cryogonal, comes in and Toxics Marvin, to which Marvin goes for another Mirror Coat, but it's not going to work. And in comes Baku the Drowsy. Velkhana goes for Protect, but it does not work. Instead goes for the Toxic on Baku. Baku then proceeds to Belly Drum. His Belly Drum is going to cause Baku to lose 50% of its health, but its attack is now maximized. Velkhana, however, protecting to allow Toxic to do some damage, and Drowsy goes for the Thunder Punch. Baku now at 32% HP. The Ice Beam is going to bring it down to 25%, but Baku goes for a Drain Punch. It's a one-hit KO, taking down Velkhana and restoring some HP in the process. Baku down to 45% now. Quilava is going to be sent out, doing a Flamethrower, which brings Baku down to 14%, but another Drain Punch will take out Quilava and restore some HP. The Toxic is also going to do some big damage, and Baku goes down due to the Toxic damage. In comes Dancing Bird, the Oricorio Pau, and Marshall comes out. Dancing Burb is going to use its Z move, which is Supersonic Sky Strike, and that's super effective, taking down Marshall. And Peace the Togetic comes in. Hidden Power is going to hit, but not do much damage to Peace. Peace then goes for the Toxic. Dancing Burb goes for the Revelation Dance. Togetic going down to 61%, and a Seismic Toss is going to bring Dancing Burb down to 60%. With toxic damage, it goes under the half of its HP. Valstrax Lairon comes in, and Peace is going to go for a Roost. The Seismic Toss brings Lairon down to 70%. It's going to take 3 more Seismic Tosses to bring Valstrax down. Meanwhile, Peace is affected by Toxic. Another Seismic Toss brings Valstrax down to 39%, and Iron Head does big damage, bringing Peace down to 38%. Peace switches out into Marvin as a sacrifice for that Iron Head. It's going to do 28%, but with the toxic damage, Valstrax is going to actually protect to sell out the toxic. And Marvin goes for a Destiny Bond. Valstrax protects to not activate Destiny Bond, and Marvin's going to encore that protect. In comes Tobias Boone, the Bulbasaur, and Oricorio comes out. Bulbasaur goes for the Z move. It's Z Celebrate. That's going to raise all of Bulbasaur's stats by 1 stage. And Dancing Burb is affected by that poison. And Revelation Dance is going to hit Tobias Boone, doing super effective damage and taking it down in 1 hit despite the Z Celebrate. In comes Peace the Togetic yet again, and a Hidden Power is going to do super effective damage, but not too much. Peace easily is able to roost that off. And is damaged by Toxic a little bit more. In comes Lairon, and Togetic goes for another roost. Toxic is now going to bring Togetic down to 88%. Lairon goes for the Protect. So Seismic Toss is not going to work. Peace goes for another Seismic Toss, bringing Lairon down to 8%, and the Iron Head critical hit is going to bring Togetic within range to get Toxic and Fate. Last Pokemon on Noel's team is II the Aipom. Valstrax is going to protect from that Fake Out, and II goes for the knockoff, which KOs Valstrax, and the score is 2-1. Rhyhorn comes in, Diablos the Rhyhorn, and Aipom goes for the Tail Slap. It's going to do 4% per hit for a total of 5 hits due to the skill link. And Rhyhorn is going to flinch due to the King's Rock that Aipom's holding. Another Tail Slap, Noel hoping for that flinch. And again, it's going to be about a total of 21%. But Diablos is able to attack this time, and the Earthquake takes down II the Aipom, and the final score is 2-0 in Benji's favor. It's a win for the Star Conquerors over Noel's team, My Coronet, and this is going to ensure that Benji gets seed number 3 in playoffs, while Noel gets seed number 4. Really good match, pretty close. Really interesting twist and turn throughout it. I think Benji has definitely solidified himself in this league. And he's used a combination of attacking hard, but also stalling with Toxic and Protect. So he's found that kind of happy medium that he likes using. And Noel, myself, going for some wacky stuff, Z Celebrate, Belly Drum Drowsy, King's Rock, Aipom. I wanted to just like experiment a little bit with some sets that I haven't used yet. So definitely some really interesting stuff in this battle, and a really fun one. And that is the last battle of the regular season before we go into playoffs, so I hope you enjoy those playoffs. Until the playoffs start, stay tuned, and I'll see you then. This is Noel from My Coronet, and tune in for playoffs.